Hi, my name is Dr. Uri Burstyn. I'm a veterinarian in Vancouver, BC, and I'd like to welcome you to my series of practical skills for pet owners. This is part 2 of my series on geriatric cat care, how to feed an older cat. So, clearly Mr. Pirate here has no problems eating. He loves his cat food. But what I'm trying to demonstrate here is a little trick that is very, very useful to encouraging older cats to eat. You see, I'm using this excellent textbook, and of course you can use anything at all, to elevate the food dish just a couple inches off the ground. As cats age, it's really common for them to develop arthritis in either the neck or the elbows. And when that gets a little more severe, it can actually impact the cat's ability to get down to their food dish if it is on the ground. Because when cats eat off the ground, they squat, they extend their neck down, and this can be really uncomfortable for them when they have arthritis in the neck or elbow joints. So by elevating the food up a few inches off the floor, we actually encourage these cats to eat, and they will eat a little bit more. It'll help them maintain their body condition and their body weight, which is a really, really positive thing for an older cat. Good body weight, good muscle condition is actually correlated with survival in a number of old cat diseases. And getting cats to eat, particularly when they have cancer or when they have kidney disease, can be a real challenge. And every little thing helps. You can check out my video on how to encourage cats to eat for some other tips. But specific to geriatric cats, a little bit of an elevation like that will really make it much more comfortable for them to eat and encourage appropriate food intake. I want to take just a minute to talk about the different kinds of food, wet versus dry, as they pertain to older cats. In general terms, I don't really care whether you feed your cat wet food or kibble. If they're young and healthy, it probably doesn't make too much difference. Certainly, I encourage people to feed their cats a variety of different foods, particularly when they're less than a year of age, when they're kittens, just so they don't get food addicted or addicted to a certain flavor or texture, because that can be really annoying later in life when you're trying to get them to eat a therapeutic diet for whatever health condition they have. But once cats get up over the age of 10 or so, I typically recommend transitioning them onto wet food, so canned diet. Sorry, Mr. P. Carry on. And the reason for that is because dehydration plays a major feature in many old cat diseases. So hyperthyroidism, renal disease, diabetes, all of these conditions are worsened by dehydration. And on the off chance your cat develops one of these between vet visits, if they're eating wet food, they're more likely to be better hydrated. And so it's, in my opinion, has a slight protective effect for older cat health. And it's a good little insurance policy. The other advantage to wet food is, on an average, any cat that's fed wet food will be lighter than the same cat fed dry food. That's because wet food typically has fewer calories per gram. So, and because obesity can be quite a common issue and quite a common challenge in older cats, I think feeding wet food has some value in that, just that it helps them be a little bit lighter, keeps them getting too chubby. And so I think there's some benefit to that, most definitely. And a lot of people worry about leaving wet food out, and I'm very comfortable with leaving wet food out for 24 hours at a time. It does change color typically a little bit with oxidation, kind of like hot dogs. If you open them, the package, they'll change color, but it doesn't get any less tasty or healthy because of it. And unless it's very, very hot, it probably won't go off in just a day. But I probably wouldn't leave it out more than 24 hours. Please click like and subscribe. Feel free to share this video with your friends. And if you want to support our good work, please check out our web store. We have some adorable Squish the Cat merchandise there for you. Please give it a look. And once more, thank you very much for watching my videos.